Craziest food you had in Peru?
I'd say guinea pig is probably the craziest.
Crazy, most dangerous experience?
I kind of told you about it. We got jumped. We kind of just talked to them, tried to calm them down, told them that we were missionaries and we really didn't have anything. We gave them some little pass-along cards of Jesus Christ, and we were on our way.
One of the most important spiritual or life lessons you learned on your mission?
What was the question? Spiritual or
It's like one of the most important lessons you learned while on your mission.
most important lessons? I think that's a hard one. Probably just loving others and learning how to love them, and that's what God really wants for you as a missionary, is to love everyone.
Greatest skill you gained?
I think it would probably have to be how to love other people that are different and don't necessarily always share your same beliefs or views on things, whether inside or outside of the church, but learning to see the good in them and to love them for who they are.
One of the times you felt the Spirit the strongest, or most spiritual experience?
There's a little bit of a story with that, but we taught a man who lived alone. He was preparing to get baptized, but he was thinking 6 months to a year down the line. And we were trying to teach him that that much preparation wasn't necessary. And we invited him to read the Book of Mormon to pray about it. And he said he would. And when we went back, he said he had prayed and he was ready to get baptized that month. And when he shared with us his testimony of the Book of Mormon, it was incredible. I had never felt the Spirit so strongly in all my life. And it had come from the simple, humble testimony of a man who had read and prayed with real intent about the Book of Mormon. And it was just another confirming witness to me that this book is true and that anyone can gain the testimony of it. And yeah.
Awesome. Craziest weather?
It wasn't that bad of her. I wasn't even really in this area. We were just there for a Christmas conference, but it had rained pretty hard. It was during the rainy season in the mountains of the Andes, and so it just kind of came in from one moment to the other. It just got really cold and just started pouring on us, and we just had to work through it for the rest of the night, just out in the rain. But yeah.
Best piece of mission prep advice you could give?
I think there's a couple things. From a more like general sort of perspective is learn to feel and be sensitive to the Spirit. And then kind of more like in a study setting is learn preach my gospel. If you can understand and start learning preach my gospel beforehand, you'll be so much better off.
Thing you admire most about Peruvians?
They are very loving people. It's kind of amazing how they'll accept and respect you, even if they don't agree with you. they're so loving and so caring towards others.
Funny language mistake, if you have one.
In the early part of my mission, I would just try and repeat a lot of the things that I heard. And so sometimes I didn't always know what they meant. And so I would just sort of like say the phrase, but I didn't actually know the words or like how, like where the spaces were between the words. And so sometimes my companion would look at me and be like, wait, what? Because I'd just like be throwing out a sound, sort of just trying to repeat what I had heard, and I didn't always get that right.
It's hardest experience you went through. Or one of the hardest.
I had a companion that didn't get along very well with me. He didn't really want to work at all. And that was a very challenging transfer. But I learned a lot from that transfer. I feel like that's usually how it goes. I learned a lot about loving him and understanding the challenges that he was facing. Would I want to go through it again? Probably not. But it was a very good experience, but it was very hard.
And then finally, best advice you could give to someone just returning home from their mission?
Give it time. Don't freak out because you don't know what's going on. You'll want to know, like, you want to be back, like, part of the world, know what's going on. It's not going to happen. Just give it time, and don't push yourself too hard. Everything will just kind of come back, and you'll be able to figure things out with time.